Okay, so normally on Fridays I post a feature video, one that isn't a book talk, and lately I've been doing the Fault in Our Stars tour of my Indianapolis, but I've run out of footage that I'm happy with for this series, and I'm headed back to Indianapolis tomorrow, so I thought I'd put that on hold for a day. I promise I'll give you 2 Tifios videos next week. What I thought I'd talk about today is why I do book talks instead of book reviews. A lot of booktubers that I watch do reviews, and yeah, sometimes I want to provide my opinion on the writing, the characters, etc., or jump up and down and scream a book's praises. But then I remember why I make videos in the first place. I started making videos for my students. That way, they can use the technology they love so much, namely YouTube, to help them decide if the book that they're looking at is one that they actually want to read. And what I do is put a barcode on the inside of my books, so they can use a QR code reader to access the video through a mobile device, since our district, like so many other districts, blocks YouTube videos. And I know that their attention spans aren't that long, so I try to go no longer than 2 minutes with, a few exceptions. So I don't review books because I want my students to have the opportunity to experience a novel for themselves. I also don't want them to parrot my opinions back to me in lieu of actually reading whatever it is they've said they're going to read. It's important, and it would still be important even if my class weren't an intervention class, that students read, form their own opinions, and struggle through figuring out what a novel means to them, rather than watching me, or anybody else really, talk about what a novel means to them, or me, as the case may be, and then appropriating that for themselves. That said, I embarked on a quest this summer to do more book talks and hunt for well-made book trailers so that I could equip more of my books with the codes that will help students make informed decisions about whether or not a book is right for them. And before you ask me, why don't you turn them loose on YouTube and let them find trailers, talks, reviews, what have you for themselves? Let me build upon the YouTube is blocked in my building statement. When the kids scan QR codes in the books, they need a smartphone that is web-enabled. Of my 140 students last year, maybe 3 own phones with that capability. So much of the technology that they use belongs to me personally. And I don't mind allowing them to use my phone or my iPad or the data that I pay for to scan the QR codes and watch the videos. But I'm really not a big fan of them using that same data to look up videos of kittens or, more likely, fights. So thus endeth my spiel on why I do book talks instead of book reviews, and a little bit about how stingy I am with my technology. I encourage you viewers, if you want to have a conversation with me about whatever book I have book talked, because I don't do book talks about books that I haven't read, feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments of that video. I'd love to engage with you. Leave thoughts, questions, whatever on why I book talk instead of book review, or how I use technology with my students in the comments. Even if you think I am insane for letting them use my stuff, I want to hear it. As always, happy reading, and don't forget to be awesome.